Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from MyChartCoach.com, and in this video I'm going to explain to you where to find OTC stocks and what to look for. Okay, OTC stands for over the counter. These stocks do not trade on the big boards. They trade over the counter, and so they're held to less transparent. They're less scrutiny. They're less transparent than the big board stocks. So be sure to be careful when trading them. Know that many of these companies just dilute their shareholders, and they're just share selling machines. So that's something to keep in mind. These are all just dates. You just need to be trading over the counter stocks. They're not marriages. It's always best to take profits when they're on the table. It's just the nature of the beast, because profits disappear quickly in the over the counter land. So this is what you want to do if you want to try to find some potential plays, over the counter plays. Go to otcmarkets.com. All right, and then this is their homepage, and then you want to go over to market activity, and then go down to current market. And then now this is going to give you the market data, and this is the money volume right here. This is the share volume, and this is for the exchange numbers for the day. And this isn't from today's numbers, but it's from the day before. And if you look at this here, this is the important one, the money symbol before the dollar symbol before the word volume. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the money flow, and this is what you want to do. So you want to come down here. This is going to give you the most active, the advancers, the most updated, the decliners. What I like to do is I like to go over to the advancers, and then hit all. Okay, and then come down here and hit see more. All right, now this is going to give you the top gainers for the day, and what it's going to do is going to give you the top going down, and it's going to run all the way down to and show you what the hottest plays of the day. Everybody's seen these before. Now for the over the counter stocks, it's really important that what you want to focus on is this bar right here, this column right here, and this is the money flow column, and you want to bypass all these that have no money flow. All right, and then come down here and you see the 354,000. That's good money flow. The saying in OTC land is 100K or more is good money flow. So that's what you really like to see. And what you want to do once you locate this money flow, and then you see there's good volume, and then you see over here there's 585 trades, so it's very liquid, and that's why you want to have the good money flow, and you want to have it a stock that's being heavily traded, because you want to be able to enter and exit at your for your desired orders. You don't want to invest. You don't want to trade in illiquid stock, because you can always buy into an illiquid stock, but it can be very difficult to sell. So you want to avoid all these companies that have no money flow, and just only focus on the ones with good money flow that are being heavily traded. That way you can enter and exit without safely. And so that's what it's all about. That's the most important thing. If you learn anything from this video, the most important thing you should learn is that you need to only focus on liquid stocks when trading over the counter. Okay, and so what you would do here is you'd be like, okay, this looks like a potential play, CAPV, and then you want to go back and check your chart. I like to use stockcharts.com, and yeah, let's put in CAPV. We put in a request for the symbol. They didn't have it earlier, because this is one of our plays from earlier this week, and yeah, I guess from last week, and it was the big winner. Had the 300% day, and was just really rocked out, and yeah, we found it early, and it was thanks to doing this scan here. coming, and getting, word, a good word, being spread about the stock. And yeah, so if you look here, you're looking at the money flow. You're saying to yourself, okay, the stock has already run its course. This isn't a good candidate. And so you go back and you're like, okay, ACNV, let's check that one out. And that one actually isn't on stockcharts.com. Okay, it comes up where it's not on there. And I typically avoid these plays. Lately it's been the thing for over-the-counter stocks that they've been running these that aren't on stockcharts.com. So now I've been checking them out a little more. You can just use your software from your broker. I'm using this to be able to show you here, yeah, that this isn't what we're looking for. This isn't the type of play. So then we'll go back and this is what you would do when you're trying to scan and find potential plays. Now, this is a great way. This is what you should be doing every morning. Is within the first half an hour of trading, come to the site and then check out this page. and then start scanning down and looking for who's got the good volume and who's up with good volume, and that is the big indicator of who's going to be running that day for the over-the-counter stocks. So you really like you could come on here when CAPV was running. It had like 40,000 and it was up like 40%, and it was half hour into the trading day. And I was like, okay, yeah, that looks like it's going to be a good play. And then the chart was showing that, yeah, this is setting up. It looks like it has more upside potential. And so if you check this website and check these pages during the first half an hour to hour of the trading day, you'll be able to find which stocks are going to be hot over the counter. Okay, so none of these were good. Like let's say you're scanning here, I would bypass all of these, and then CDNL. See, that's another name that we've been discussing and posting charts on. And as you can see, it had 580,000 in money flow, which is really good money flow, good volume, good trades. That's why we were posting charts on this. That's why we were posting charts on CAPV. That's why we were saying this is the hot stock. This is the one to be in. This has upside potential because it has the money flow. Because look at all these other ones have no money flow. So basically, there are thousands of stocks that are trade over the counter, and there's only a handful each day that actually have good money flow that are worth even looking at. And then there's even less than that that are even worth trading. So it really comes down each day. It narrows down to just a couple that are even worth your time. And by doing this quick scan, you can avoid the hassle of getting caught up in some stock that you shouldn't be in, or trying to trade something that's illiquid. So here's another one, EDCP. They don't have that chart for that chart isn't available, but this is another one we posted on because it keeps having the good money flow. And yeah, if you come down here to ADS, that's another one. And so you go through, you scan these. I would bypass this whole page pretty much. I might check out this one here because it's got the 23K. Maybe sometimes those are like just setting up and it's like a bounce play and it's at the bottom. You need to check the pattern. But you come here and you're like, oh, this EURI, that's another one that I've been posting updates on in the chat. And you see because look, it has 2 million in volume. It's a penny stock with 2 million in volume, and it's over the counter. It's up 41%. This thing has been running, and yeah, that's why even though it's not on here, it's not on stockcharts.com, it was still worth taking a look at because it had such a big move and such a big money flow, because the money flow was so big, so because that's what we're looking for. And yeah, it's not showing up on this chart. Yeah, it doesn't show up on this chart, so I didn't even mess with this one. But yeah, I usually just don't even mess with it if it's not showing up on there. And then yeah, so what I did want to show, okay, so you're scanning all these, and then see you get down to this MHRC. See, it has the 230K in volume, right? And then if you look at the share volume over here, has the 6 million share volume, and has 546 trades, much more trades than these other ones. So let's check out that chart, and then look over here on this chart, and you'll see, yeah, this one actually, has been moving and has more upside potential. It looks like, if this line right here breaks, that this could actually be a good play. So so this is one that I've been looking at prior because it had some connected companies that were on the big board that were running and that were up big recently. And so but this dropped. See, it has these two big gaps here. So if it can break this line here, then this gap is set up to fill, and there's potential eventually to fill all the way back up to this gap. So this has good upside potential, because if you see, RSI is just above oversold levels, and it's still oversold on Fasto. So there's still a lot of juice to run. See here, see how this was oversold down here, and then it ran all the way up here. See, even though this has had this big run, it's still oversold. It's still oversold. That's what you're looking for. It still has juice. There's still more room to run before it's overbought. And as you can see, the volume is still, there's over 200K traded, but look at all this volume here on this down day. People loaded heavy. See that lower wick right here? That was the load, and then now it's heading up. And this is looking like it's headed up for some gap fills. So this would be a play that I'd be like, okay, yeah, this looks like it. We scanned through all that garbage, and then we got to one here where we're like, okay, this looks like it has some good potential. And then this is when I would be checking it out the next day. Actually, I already had been watching this one, but yeah. And then if we go to another one, the key is to avoid the low money flow. If you take the time and you punch in these stocks, and just take a look at the ones with the best money flow. Like here you go right here. See, this is something that we look for, right? Okay, this is a good setup. This KOSK, what kind of money flow do we have here? It only had 32K in volume, right? And it had 900,000 shares. It only had 54 trades, but it's kind of like right there. It's got some potential if more money flow picks up, right? But look how thin it was here. So it is very risky, but there is potential for more upside. With the close above EMA 4, with this right here for a penny stock, this has potential if it can get a close above EMA 4 to have a trade between these two levels. EMA 8 will be tough to break. See that? It has been resistance. But if it can break this EMA 4, then the trade would be between 3.8 and 6.5, and that's some good percentage gains with the potential, if that breaks, to go up to the middle Bollinger Band. This big volume bar, showed big. There was a recent spike, but it's so thinly traded that this is pretty risky. But this was what we'd call better recent volume, but it's still not the best money flow. But it would be one that you would start to keep an eye on. And then yeah, so then let's look at MTMB. See how I would bypass all these here. I'd be like, none of those are any good. Let's check out MTMB. And then what you'd want to do, let's say you found one, right? So you found the MHRC, right? Well, you want to look at that on multiple time frames, right? I mean, and you'd want to look at this chart here, and then you'd want to come over here and sorry to jump back to this. Yeah, it is a little late making this. I should have made it earlier. Sorry about that. But yeah, you would look at it over here and you'd be like, wow, look at that. It just closed above EMA 8. You always want to check both charts. You always want to be sure you check the 50-day moving average to see if it busted above the or the this 50-day, 100, 200-day moving average chart to see where the 50-day moving average is in relation to where the candles are, because as you can see that was resistance. If when they break above it, that is a big bull signal. It signals more upside potential. But now when we look at this MHRC chart here, look how it closed above EMA 8, and as you know, if you've been learning our theories, that this is a close above a major resistance level after closing above EMA 4 yesterday. So now it's totally set up to test this middle Bollinger Band. As long as it breaks this level here, it's going to fill this gap right here. See how the gap's kind of lined up with the middle Bollinger Band? So yeah, this is set up for this is how you would break it down and be like, this is a good play. But you want to check both of these, and then you would go over and you'd want to check out the 15-minute chart. So you'd go over here. See, this is the period time frame, and then you'd want to go down and check 15-minute, and then come down here, and then change this to take the months away. Put in some days. Put in 5 days, and then hit update. And then now you can see the chart. Look at that. It's just super bullish. Look at that. Just riding after this, there was a consolidation period here for a few days. And then look at that bull train. Man, that was the elevator up, huh? Riding EMAs 4 and 8, just what we're looking for. As long as the middle Bollinger Band holds in the 15-minute chart, then the uptrend should continue. So this is still a bull play for tomorrow. As long as 6 cents holds at the open, then that could be good for this run up to the middle Bollinger Band. And I mean, this is how I do it. This is one way that I'll scan to try to find the penny stocks, the over-the-counter plays. It's really basic. It's not like it takes a little bit of effort. It's not like some instant gratification where I've got the computer program with the scan just punching it out. But this is just showing you that you can just do it with your own, manually. It can be done. So yeah, let's set up this monthly chart again, and then let's put in this MTMB. And I want to show you how this would not be the play that you're looking for. Okay, so MTB, you're like, okay, look, this looks like it's got potential. MTMB, I got 91 cents. It's up 26%. Look here, it's got 80,000 in volume, right? He said 90,000 in volume. That's good. But look, only 90,000 shares traded, and then only 16 trades. Ooh. Even though there's good money flow, it's illiquid. So it's not meeting our other criteria. So it's not just about the money flow. That's the number one, most important. But you also have to have volume, and you also want to see that there's trades. And it depends on your degree of risk that you want to take and your time horizon. Do you want to let a play develop, or are you trying to make trades today, right this minute? And so yeah, if you go back here. And let's do another page. If you look at this is another one that we were looking at before. Where is it? No, that was a different one. No, I think that was it right there. Yeah, the EGYF. Now that one was up 25% here, and it basically doesn't have the good money flow. See the money flow, the 16,000. I mean, that's just not, you don't even really want to mess with that. I mean, some people would put in like $500 or something in that, or a couple $100, or I don't know how they do that, but they just put in a little bit, and then they like to get the nice percentage gains in the small thing. But I really try to avoid that low of volume. That's why when we posted the heads up on this, that was the one red flag, was the low volume, and that's why CAPV turned out to be the better play, and that's why it ran so high, and everybody was hot on it because it had the money flow. So yeah, you don't want to, for safety's sake, it's better to avoid the illiquid. So it depends on what you're trying to do. A couple $100 in here, then that could have been a good play. So yeah, and then let's see here, and then yeah, I think this is pretty good. This is it right here. I mean, just trying to show you that you can come through and scan on the OTC markets. Yeah, it's really late. I should have made this earlier. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to show you how to scan for these stocks and try to locate potential winners. As you see here, in a few minutes we located MHRC, and that's a potential play for tomorrow. So a few minutes of work here and showing you how to locate some potential plays. Found a trade for tomorrow. So there you go. Very, very simple. Yep. Uh, I thank you for viewing this chart or this video, and I hope you're having a wonderful night. And I look forward to sharing more videos with you in the future.